Would it be okay if it took you 3 or more years to get to your first deal? Hey, welcome to another Motivational Monday. It's Prefontaine with Smart Real Estate Coach. And that question, I can't tell you how many different ways I get that. And most of it from our team and our family is, how long will it take me to get to my first deal? And it's somewhat frustrating for us. So I'm going to be a little bit of a rant here for you guys, because if that's the biggest question, my biggest answer to you and a little bit of a goal today with you is this. Who cares how long it takes you? Really, who cares? What if it took you 3 or 4 or 5 years to get to your first deal? Now that's a little obnoxious and conservative, but what if it did? And what if every deal was worth somewhere between $45,000 and $125,000 to you? Who cares? Just don't let go of everything else you have going until and unless you get your business on autopilot and it's steady flowing. Once you learn how to do this, whether you're buying your own home or whether you're doing this as an aggressive business or as a plan B kind of supplemental income, it's quite lucrative per deal. So the answer is, again, who cares how long it takes? I'll give you guys a great example. In all of 2019, and I can go do this for any year, all of our contacts we meet, be it in the real estate business or be it in the coaching business, and there's many of them that are developing right now as of the time of this filming, it might take 2 or 3 years for them to come to fruition. I can quantify them for you and say, this person that we met today, it might take 3 years for that to come to fruition in our coaching business. In the buying and selling world, we have customers, we have clients rather, buyers and sellers, mostly sellers, that'll come back to us from 1 to 3 years ago. 3 years ago. So what if I get in the business and I said, I'm going to try this, all those leads, all that follow-up, all that future cash flow would have been gone. So when you approach this, back to the question, I wouldn't look at how long it would take me. I'd do this. I'd put the blinders on. I wouldn't look left, right, or back, and I'd do whatever it took for 3 years. Now you need some guidance because success leaves clues. So I'll go further with the advice. Or my suggestion, why don't you find a niche? I'm not so naive to think it's our niche. You do whatever niche is going to get you excited, is going to get you attached to something you can get behind. And you can find out, by the way, on our podcast, which niche might be for you. On purpose, I expose all kinds of different niches on our podcast, smartrealestatecoachpodcast.com. So once you find the person or the niche on the podcast, then look deeper and say, who's the mentor? Who's the person that has done it, is still doing it today, so it's current, and that I can relate to and I can get behind and kind of lock arms with. Okay, so you got your niche, you got your mentor, and then the third goes back to the question I opened with is, who cares how long it takes? Put the blinders on, follow that person for however long it takes, and I'll bet you that inside of 3 years, you'll have an amazing experience. Go ahead and leave your comments below here, and if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel, because we're going to constantly come out with Deal Structure Sundays, Motivational Mondays, and Q&A Thursdays. And in my opinion, for free, you can never get enough of that to be immersed in the business and to make sure you're getting to the profits sooner and bigger. Make it a great week. We'll see you next week on Motivational Monday.